Okay guys, February is over, meaning we do get the February dev blog for Illuvium, which I've been keen to see this one. Aaron always does a big write-up on these. Too big for me because I suck at reading, so we're going to paraphrase a lot of this and get through all the main info and points. If you want to read this yourself, I'll leave a link to it in the description and you can jump to it and have a full read and go more in depth. But I want to cover the key points and talk about what's going on. So in the intro, he talks about how it may look like February was a quiet month, but it's actually been really busy behind the scenes. They've got all the pieces starting to come together that were originally supposed to be spread out over months. Now they're all going to drop around the same time, so it's getting busy. One thing I have noticed definitely in all the different group chats and stuff of, you know, people wanting to play Illuvium is that it has got a bit negative in the last sort of couple months, month to 2 months. Just, you know, the market's been down. People bought into Illuvium at 1,500. Now they're sitting at 600. And, you know, that starts to weigh on your mind. There's no staking available. That weighs on your mind. And I think people are just getting a bit stressed about it. Me personally, I'm pretty cool. Delays, you know, it's part of life. When you want transparency and you want all this stuff and them to be open, like Kieran's always in the Discord giving estimated times. The most recent one was he talked about, you know, 7 hours until SILV 2. 2 days later, everyone's going, I thought it was 7 hours. It was 7 hours. And it's just like, if it was me, I'd just stay completely quiet. But, you know, they're doing their best to be as transparent as possible, but it does come to bite you on the butt if, you know, if you hit delays and snags like that. But I made another whole video about it. I'm very excited for this month. I think we're going to get a lot of shit happen in this month. If it doesn't, oh well, we hang on for the month after. We'll wait and see. Anyway, Illuvium Arena, which is the auto battler. You'll notice that none of the details below technically stop us from getting beta testers feedback. That's a clue. So that's really exciting. Hopefully beta I'm hoping it's in the next week. Who knows? We've been saying beta next week for a very long time. So we'll wait and see. But basically final polish is underway. That's good. So they're getting it pretty much sorted. Augments and bonding still need to be done. He wants to rework or overhaul the empowers and hypers, but you know, it's working as it is. That's more of a fine-tuning type thing. Quality assurance testing is systematic now. We go through every design in a GDD and ensure the documentation matches the code and reality. So basically just running the battles, making sure the battles proceed as is what is programmed to happen. 180 defects were found and 160 were resolved. So, you know, get on to the last 20, boys. Just kidding. The first pass of Augment implementation is inside the game, but it's not going to be available for private beta 1. I'm really keen to see how augments work. I think that's going to be a really big factor in gameplay, but obviously, you know, we can work on the base gameplay first. We are adding / polishing many sound effects and visuals. We added the ability to log in with capture support and play the daily survival challenge with waves generated by the server, better survival mode, back-end integration, bunch of, like, you know, little stuff, leaderboards, working leaderboards, which is cool, UI improvements, updated health bar, UI cards. I think to me the UI improvements and stuff, like, for us as people who are going to get in and look at the beta or whatever, not really going to notice too much because you know, what you see will be the first thing that you see, so it's not, you know, they've been working on it behind the scenes, but you know, it might be different from some of the leaks we got, and that's about it. Camera improvements, VFX ready. We tuned the difficulty of survival mode to ramp up gradually, which is the way those type of modes normally work. Easy at the start, ramps up gradually, and then it gets really, really hard until you eventually have to fail. We completed most of the auto balancing back end infrastructure. We need to get the final game so we can use it. Cool beans, let's get the final game and away we go. Anyway, Illuvium Overworld. This is the, you know, the open world side of it, the overworld. A very suitable name. Most of the team have moved their focus onto the overworld. So I think from the last like 2 updates, they've been pretty happy with the base of where the gameplay for the auto battle is at. So they've been shifting their focus, especially over to the overworld. the Crimson Waste is looking good. We see a heap of leaks of that because that is the one that the team is working on. The outsourced studios are going well with the Abyssal Basin and Brightland Steps. And that's why I've seen people ask, like, why aren't we getting as many leaks from those ones? Those ones are getting done by other studios and then coming back in. So I'm sure once they get like sort of more polished towards the end of finished, we will see them. But I'm assuming they shouldn't be too far off. It's sort of a bit vague on where they're at from this statement. Game features such as drone radar, forging, skins, mining, and harvesting are nearly polished, which is cool. I'm wondering if that that includes like the procedural spawning and stuff of all the like mining points and the herbs and stuff like that. So we'll have to wait and see. UI is functional and the UI designs are all done. We need to hook them up. Cool beans, like a bit of UI, but you know, that's all small stuff that they will be able to adjust as we go. I think they'll just take a lot of feedback from the beta and see what people prefer. The inventory is persistent. And resources can be mined and then forged. So I think that's saying like the inventory, like when you mine something, you can go ahead and like craft your shard after you mined it. I think that's what it's saying, like in one process while you're out in the open world. I believe that's what it's saying. That's my interpretation. Only ideation of the final 3 regions remains for the concept art team. So obviously we're not getting all the regions at the start. They're going to get the 3, well, technically 4 regions at the very start, and then we'll get the rest later on. Illuvium 0, which is the land gameplay. They're doing an internal beta already, and he said they might let other people into the internal beta. So like, you know, like testers from the community, I'm assuming that means. Sounds are coming through now. We are working through the VFX, design changes to make it feel more like a game. So I think it's come a long way from the initial concept of what land was supposed to be. So I'm still hopeful that land's going to be really enjoyable gameplay. I know for some people that really enjoy that type of thing, they will enjoy it. It's not my favorite type of gameplay, but it seems like they've put a lot of effort in. And just because it is Illuvium, the Illuvium brand, which is what I'm excited about, I think I will have a lot of fun in it anyway. So wait and see how that goes. The launch cinematic, so Shapeshifters, which I think that's the studio working on this stuff, don't quote me, have begun the initial work for the final cinematic. It's going to be shorter than the previous one, but it will tell more of the story, and we think you'll love it. I know in the crypto space, people are very skeptical on trailers because they're like, oh, you know, anyone could make a trailer. But I have always been forever and a day, no matter what the game, in love with trailers. I love cinematic trailers. I don't care that we're in crypto and everyone's like skeptical of them. Give me cinematics forever in anything and I'll get excited. Not even an issue. So I'm excited for this one, especially when it's more story-based. Can't wait for it. The script is undergoing a final pass, but will remain essentially unchanged. I don't know. Embarrassing. I don't know what that stands for. Previs. What's the viz? Visuals? Pre-visual? Anyway, the previs is underway. we are prioritizing using as many of our existing assets as possible. All right, and Shapeshifters have been busy, the studio. Don't worry about that. But I'm not going to spoil everything for you. So I'm going to attempt to spoil everything. I believe that might have to do, I've heard Kieran say, I don't know whether it was in one of my interviews, one of Scoriax, or I can't remember who it was, but I have heard him say that they will have a trailer. I think he said it to me. Who knows? A trailer for the Illuvatars. So that's probably what they've been working on. And holy shit, the Illuvatars are looking good. But we'll get onto that in a minute. Account app. Please welcome the newest addition to the devblog family. I can't tell you how happy I will be when the number of products to report on decreases. Here, you will be able to update all the details of your account. Each game uses this for validation. UX and UI are mostly complete. So I think it's just the account management thing. It's a bit vague to me, to be honest. The core server features are complete, but yada, yada, yada. It has reached the functional state for private betas. So I think that's just like a back-end thing to do with account, or maybe it's like, you know, you like your account homepage type thing. I'm assuming. I don't know. It's a bit vague to me. Sorry, I'm stupid. Yes, I get it. It's really hot here. Give me a break. All right, Game Loader, formerly the private beta app. So this is going to be like your, think of like your Blizzard launcher is the way I view it. It's the Game Loader. Eventually this will form the core of patching, patch notes, downloads, the Illuvidex, the Illuviary. Those enrolled in the private betas will be able to log in and download the game and get some introductory notes and a leaderboard, baby steps. So that's the way I look at it. I look at your Blizzard launcher, you open it up, it's got all your different things you can go to, and then you can launch the game through it. That's pretty much what we're looking at. They're getting underway with that. So Staking V2. Basically, they've had a shitload of audits and they're waiting on the quant stamp audit to be finished. Once that is finished, Staking V2 should be pretty much good to go. That's the basic summary there. That's pretty much what we've known for a long time, and I see people all the time asking Staking V2, you know, it's a scam and all that shit. Because like I said at the start, people are getting scared, but apparently this is like all I've been saying to everyone who asked me is like, we're waiting on audits and we're waiting on the quant stamp audit. So, you know, go pest a quant stamp and then we'll get it done. But yeah, that's what we're waiting on. So hopefully that comes in soon, because I have no idea how many staking rewards I'm going to have, but I got to decide how I'm going to claim them, SILV or ILV. I'm so torn. I have no idea. I think I'll probably have like 40 or 50 ILV waiting there. So I got to make a choice. Land sale and Illuvidex. There is some big news here. We can confirm that the land sale event will be a hybrid layer 1/IMX event. The land sale will be on layer 1, so you'll have to pay gas fees to go for it, but will be minted immediately tradable in IMX. So you pay on layer 1 and then it's minted on IMX. So unfortunately there will be gas wars, all that stuff will come into play, but at least you won't have to transfer your assets over to Immutable after. Soon after the Illuvidex is ready, players will utilize our custom-made solution that blows everything else out of the water. Love bold statements, can't wait to see it. There are minor design changes to support IMX, including the UI tweaks, hooking up the IMX APIs. There you go. I'm not a tech dude. The developers will document the scripts by next week. Tier 5 auction announcement shortly, which is nice. It will be a custom solution as we won't have our English auction contracts completed on time. It will be fun and live streamed through... Shit, I suck at reading. It'll be live streamed. So that's actually really excited. It's exciting. I'm looking forward to watching the live stream of the tier 5 auction. See how much they go for. Let's see if we can make a big event of it. I think we should have a view party. I'll tee up a viewing party. We'll do it. We'll do it. Next up, I'm going to try and speed this up because I've taken forever. We got the new website. Obviously, they've been saying for ages that the website's not up to scratch. They want to develop it. The big thing here is this bit here where they talk about how they'll no longer send links officially. Like, it'll be like whenever there's anything of note that they want people to go to, it'll be go to it through the website. Like if it's a land sale, if it's a new post, a dev blog, I'm assuming just everything will be linked to through the website. So if you just bookmark the website from now on. Obviously, I think it might take a little while to ramp up and get all these things happening. But the idea is eventually you bookmark the website. You can't go to a fake website that way because you have it bookmarked, and everything official will be linked through the official website just to try and mitigate scams, because scams are everywhere at the moment. Next up, Illuvitas. Now, I am getting extremely excited for Illuvitas. Grant and Kieran keep putting leaks out of them on Twitter, and they are looking absolutely amazing. It goes through a bit of a spiel here, but like basically like the in-depth of like having like professional artists do like, and you guys have seen them, they look fantastic, but then all the accessories are custom drawn and like placed for each alluvial. So like there's a lot of work in these ones. It's not like just the random generated ones like your CryptoPunks, your Bored Apes and stuff like that, where it's all just like placed. It's like every combination will have been hand placed so that like you won't have anything that looks funky, because obviously all your alluvials have different proportions. They have different places where their eyes will be and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. I really can't wait for Illuvitas. I get more and more excited about it. When it was first announced, I was like, oh well. And like, I've just slowly got more excited about it. I'm definitely more excited for Illuvitas than Land personally, because I think they'll be a lot of fun. The DAO dashboard is mostly on hold because doing other stuff. Obviously, the Illuvium area is mostly on hold as well because they're trying to crunch up on other things, so that's obvious. Investment app, another new addition. Last month I mentioned a solution for not being ready for public launch before the token unlock. This is a really cool one. So basically what they're doing is they're going to have this investment app. I don't know exactly how it will work. Once they release it, I'll do a video on it, but basically it's going to allow people to buy ILV at a discount in exchange for an extended lockup period. So it's going to give even the public, like everyone can get in on it. So like even the public will be able to buy it at a discounted rate if you're happy to lock it up for a longer period of time. So that will be an option. So definitely keen to see more details on this when it comes out, and like what the the lockup periods are, what the discounts are, all that sort of stuff. So we'll have to pay attention to that as it comes. Okay, on to the story. So this one, Aaron says that he's a monster. Like he's trying to make you cry. I kind of like where he's going with it. He's like, when you're supposed to feel emotions without knowing why. I love this sort of thing. Something that I think of, and then it goes on to talk about how like it's not a single player game. It's not going to be full of cutscenes. You are not the main protagonist, but like you'll still get a feel for what's happening. So I think the story's going to be deep. I'm really keen to see how they display it. And how they make it felt. So honestly, I think the story is just something we're going to have to wait and see how it feels. But I know Aaron is from my talks with him, he's super passionate about story and immersion and stuff like that. So definitely keen to see what goes on there. Governance took a back seat in February. However, March will include quite a few proposals. I feel like last month we said it took a back seat, but it'll have more next month. So really, really cruisy epoch, boys. Dig it. Okay, next one, marketing. We have refined our marketing strategy to focus on the current addressable market for Illuvium, crypto gaming, NFT enthusiasts, and altcoin investors. So I think at the moment, that's what they're targeting. They're not going to target your general gamers and stuff like that, because at the moment, I think when they first got into it and they thought by the time they launched their game, there'd be more adoption in the space. But at the moment, it doesn't seem so. So I think they're going to stick to the NFT side of things, which will mean that, Discords and stuff will have a lot of, where's my ROI? Like, I want my money. But once we eventually get more gamers in there, it should be a nice place to be. But, we'll see how it goes. They're getting international influencers and stuff like that happening. We have assigned a dedicated resource to booking higher quality AMAs with our co-founders and core contributors. Just hit me up, boys. Just hit me up. They won't. Okay. We are de-emphasizing paid advertising and general gaming. So this is what I was saying just before. Targeting for now, and running test campaigns to see what is the best to invest in for more into those areas. So basically, they're not going to really focus, but they'll still run little tests to try and gain data to know when to target, how to target, and all that sort of stuff. As a result, we have promoted Andrew Wall to head of marketing. So Andrew Wall, I've had several chats with him. He's an absolute fantastic dude, amazing experience with influencers and stuff like that in the past. And he was head of video and influencers, I believe was the previous title, but now he is head of marketing. We now have 7-figure followers across our marketing channels. So that means, I think that's their following, or unless they mean 7-figure followers, like, influencers with 7-figure followers. I'm not too sure. I think it's just like their following. I'm going to stop talking about it, and we'll just, see how it is when it pans out. And are launching a new initiative in March 2022 called Illuvium Insider to begin growing our official Twitch account. Sick. Get on the streams. Get around it. Let us stream some beta and I'll join you. Anyway, on to production. Okay, so they've hired 2 more people as managers. Aaron's always said he's not big on the whole managers thing, but now that it's getting so big, you do have to implement some managers to sort of like get everything in order and hold everything accountable. Then we move on to infrastructure, just a bunch of technical stuff. Yeah, I'll let you read that if you want, pause, and you can read it. I didn't really quite make sense of it. So then we finally get onto the summary. Fuck, I took a long time on this one. I'm sure there are many frustrated fans out there. All I can say is good product products take time. Perhaps we are too cautious, but considering January, can you blame us? It can seem like fuck, I suck at reading. It can seem like we aren't doing much for those not following closely. I'm more confident than ever. We are all working hard to deliver something properly good. Where we have made mistakes, we have made up for them. The Discord hack compensation concluded this month without any issues. The SILV claim is just about to drop. I'm doing my best to oversee as much as I can personally, but there are only so many hours in a day, which means we need everyone to be patient. If you can do that, good things may come. So Aaron, sleep less, work harder, work more efficient. That's all I can say, man. Get it done. But just kidding. All right, so that is going to be it for that one. That took me a long time to read. I do apologize. I ended up reading more than I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to summarize more, but hey. So that is going to be it for the devlog of February. Sorry it took so long. It was probably quite tedious for you guys, but we got there. So March for me, can we please get SIL V2, Staking V2, and land sale at a minimum? I really think that is quite reasonable to get that, and beta. Like he was hinting at beta coming very soon, so hopefully that's very soon as well. But if we can get those 4 things, that'd be fantastic. And then if Illuviums, drop into the next month, that's cool as well. And then hopefully we can start opening up the closed beta to more people and just let everyone get around it, because that's what everyone wants to do at the end of the day. But anyway, guys, sorry for bothering you with my reading. I know it sucks. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.